All right, 2008 GMC Sierra. This will apply for Silverado and all the other similar vehicles from GM. So basically, this is getting a P2135 and a P0135. I'm going to put it up there, whatever the errors are. But I went ahead and tested everything, the wires. I'm going to put the diagrams up here too so you can see that. So basically, right now I'm connected to, what is that, the gray. And as you can see, here's what I'm reading on my machine, and I'm going to put up what my scanner is reading from the engine computer, and they're pretty much identical every time. I've swept it. I can manually push this with my finger. They replace the throttle body, they replace the pedal inside, and still the same thing. They also replace the connector, and I've tested. I've got powers and grounds. I'm going to show you what those are. You're going to see it, but I believe it's the tan color here is and the gray or the powers and grounds. And anyway, all of that is good. We got 5 volts, we got our ground. So I'm going to suspect in this case that it's going to be programming on the engine computer, and the engine computer is right here. It's an E38 ECM. So we're going to go ahead and update and reflash this ECM because they're showing disagree on the 2 throttle position sensors. So there is a known issue with this the firmware on this ECM. So we're going to go ahead and update this, and then we're going to see how, if this problem goes away. Before I start, I'm going ahead and connecting up the ECM. I'm going to back it up. I always like to back it up, and we're going to use the OBD Star DC706 for this. We can also clone this ECM and also always have a backup and restore from this image. Definitely check this out. We got many videos using this on our website. You can pick it up, globalcommerceca.com. So I've already went ahead and pinned it out. As you can see here, this is the pinout it uses for this ECM. I'm going to go back. I'm going to now turn on the power, and then I'm going to tell it to connect. If I pinned it out properly, we should connect. If I didn't make a mistake, let's see. Looks like it's moving. All right, so connection is successful. So now we're going to go ahead and read the internal EEPROM. It's reading, there it is. I'm going to save that, tell it okay. Now we've got a backup of that. And now we're going to read the internal flash. This one is a bit bigger, the memory space, so it takes longer. Definitely check out our video too on the OBD Star G3 Keymaster. That's the newest, latest, and greatest. It can do everything, guys. Check out the video on that. I'll bring you back. All right, I backed up the internal flash, if you can see that. So I've got a complete backup of this unit. Now I'm going to connect it up, and we're going to go ahead and program it. So I just do disconnect. Yes, we're done, and that's it. So I've got SPS2 up. I'm going to go ahead and connect. I'm going to skip through this. I've got many videos on this, and I'll link you to the videos to show you the process. So as you can see, here is this calibration number. Let me get it to focus. So where's it at? Calibration to with diagnostic enhancement for P2135. So that is the number right there. That's the old one, and this is the All right, guys, there was actually no change in the behavior. I still had the same error, P0123. I actually got another truck, and I used the ultimate CAN bus tester available on our website, globalcommerceca.com, and I was able to read a known good truck with the same values and see how it was behaving while I had my assistant actually push the gas pedal slowly so I could see how it moved. And then I was able to go to the truck with the fault and look at these values and see the difference. And I narrowed it down that it must be the actual cable for throttle position sensor 1, which I believe is a dark green cable, that actually had a fault where it was bleeding somewhere and getting voltage from a different area. So I decided to cut the cable, abandon it, and run my own wire. The known issue with the cover, this is where the throttle position sensors 1 and 2 are located. They receive 5 volts in and a ground. I'm going to show you the diagrams of all of this. And basically what happens is, first thing is, it could be these sensors that are bad. Another thing that it could be is the throttle body itself, okay? And then another thing that it could be is your wiring that goes to your computer, okay? In this case, everything was thrown at this car. I troubleshooted every single thing regarding to the wiring. The wiring tested good with a full headlight bulb from each wire to the computer. Perfect. But what it did not account for was a crosstalk between throttle position sensor 1 and some other wire. So what was happening is there's some kind of a bleed. So what I actually did, I cut the green wire, which is throttle position sensor 1, and I ran my own wire directly to the computer, and it's on pin 65, I believe, and that is the green wire right there. It just sits literally right there in the computer on port 2, which is I believe the gray connector. Yeah. Once I did that, the problem went away. The truck runs perfect right now. So what I'm going to do, the customer decided to just do a shortcut, so I'm going to just run another brand new cable to the throttle body, and that's going to eliminate this fault. They've thrown everything at this truck, and this is the solution, because outside of that, it would require opening the wire harness and finding where the damage is, where it's actually bleeding and causing the voltage spike. That's it. This one has no more faults. I can hit the gas how I want. You would get that instant engine power reduced right away before the fault. So problem is gone, guys. And remember, if you didn't know this, now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Click that thumbs up button, like and subscribe. See you on the next one.